Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with the miserable liberal and Ron Placone.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm miserable.
Yes, we had a great time at our live show last night. Sold out house on a Monday night. God bless the progressives who come together to gloat for being right about everything. So thanks for coming out. Our next live show is November 20th at the Improv in Hollywood. And then our next one in Burbank is December
4th.
December 4th. There's a link for all the shows down there right now. So Donna Brazile tells the truth, a woman of color. So they can't call her sexist and they can't call her racist. And what do they call her? We just don't know what the hell she's talking about. That's what they said. What? The primary was rigged. I don't know what is she talking about? So that's what they tried, and then there was 100 of the Hillary Clinton campaign workers staffers released a letter, and in the letter, this is what they said is wrong with Donna Brazile. They said, it is particularly troubling and puzzling that she would seemingly buy into false Russian-fueled propaganda. What? But they don't say what that was. That she fell down and she wanted to replace her. Remember that time she fell down? So apparently, that's what is that what they're talking about? Because Donna Brazile was thinking about replacing her after she saw how sick she was two times in a row. Did Hillary fall down because the Russians put a banana peel underneath her? Is that what happened? What was the Russian propaganda that Donna Brazile was falling for? That she didn't read that document that said the Hillary Clinton campaign completely was running the DNC through the primary, that they were in charge of staffing and communications, that they didn't. That's not and funneling all the money. So which part was Russian propaganda? So they don't even know. That's just what their knee jerk is now. Their knee jerk is Russia. That's just it. No matter what happened, it's just Russia.
I think allegedly Hillary didn't actually miss those events because she was sick. It turns out that Russians had access to her Google Calendar. They screwed everything up.
Man, I remember one time when I got the chicken pox, worst Russia propaganda I ever fell for. Worst Russia propaganda I ever fell for. Ban Russia bots. Race for the cure. Yeah, I guess that wasn't Hillary that fell on that time. It was
really?
No, it was a hologram created by a Russian bot. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
First they did Tupac, then Hillary.
Yeah, I don't know what. So this it's beyond a joke now. Like this is beyond a joke. This is this is how it works. By the way, propaganda. This is how propaganda works. You tell a lie over and over from many different points of view. This isn't new on how to do this. And you just keep telling it till it becomes a truth. Now it's just accepted as a truism that Russia hacked the DNC computers, even though there's not been a shred of proof presented. None. In fact, all the proof goes the other way. And Edward Snowden told us if they did it that way, the NSA would know who did it. The NSA would know who hacked it. They would know right away. Edward Snowden said that in July of 2016. So, and then they didn't let the FBI look at their servers, the DNC nor John Podesta. Why wouldn't you do that? Because you're lying. That's why. How many times do we have to catch the Clintons and the DNC lying? How many times do we have to catch them lying before we just start from the position of they're lying until they're proven otherwise, which is how you're supposed to react with the government anyway. You're supposed to assume the government is lying and you just have to figure out where. That's what you should be doing. That's what a journalist should do. That's your jumping off point. And
quick side note, which we all already know this, but real quick, propaganda works best with a scapegoat. Another thing to keep in mind.
Yes. So the scapegoat for the losing to Donald Trump, the easiestly beaten candidate in the history of the world, is to say Russia did it. Russia did it. And let's remember that even if Russia did try to do something like that, hack emails or whatever, all they did was tell us the truth, very much like the Pentagon Papers told us the truth about what was happening. They didn't lie. By the way, we do the same thing. So that's the thing. Oh, we should be. Donna Brazile likes to call this an act of war, cyber war. I was a victim of cyber war from the Russians. You know, we tapped Angela Merkel's phone. She's our ally. We're supposed to be friends. Were we at war with Germany when we tapped Angela Merkel's phone? Or is this just the kind of shit that governments do all the time? and that people are now trying to use something like this to cover for their incompetence, which is exactly what this is, and the media goes right along with it. Here we are a year later, over a year later, and still not one shred of evidence that Russia hacked their DNC. By the way, DNC is a private organization. John Podesta's email is a private organization. The Clinton, they did not hack into government shit. And the way that it's being presented is they're making people think that Russia hacked into voting machines and flipped votes. That's how they're presenting this. Even though they know that's not true, and they're not explicitly saying that, that's the So remember when it started out, oh, Trump colluded. They don't say that anymore. They don't say colluded. Now they switch, because it turned out that Hillary Clinton colluded with the Kremlin. They go, oh, Trump colluded with the Kremlin to get negative information on Hillary Clinton and weaponize it. That's what they said. Well, it turns out Hillary Clinton colluded with someone inside the Kremlin to get dirt on Donald Trump, which is what the dossier was. So
Jimmy,
now they don't use that. Hang on, I'm sorry. But now they don't use that term colluded anymore. If you notice, they don't say that anymore. What they say now is a quid pro quo. Oh, now there was a quid pro quo that you help us get dirt on Hillary Clinton and we'll do you a favor. Now they're saying that's what they did. It's because Hillary Clinton got the same information from the Kremlin, but they paid for it. And Donald Trump didn't pay. That's the accusation. By the way, still not a shred of proof that it happened. And if the proof comes out, we will report it when it does.
If they keep moving the goalposts like this, eventually the end zone's going to be in the stands.
Yep.
And that's going to make for a lame game.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, if there was only a way like they could, like the CIA or the FBI or the NSA could get their server from DNC, if there was only some mechanism that could make that possible.
You mean like maybe the FBI just requests it and they issue a warrant for it? Maybe they get a judge to give them a warrant because they're doing an investigation on treason and cyber crimes? Maybe that's what they do. The FBI gets a frickin' warrant, but they won't get a warrant. Isn't that something? They didn't. Why? Because it would ruin their narrative. Okay. I still don't understand why they don't do it. Like, why doesn't the FBI, I guess, I don't get it. I don't get why they don't do it. Anyway, there you go. Russian, like, I couldn't even think of anything more pathetic than this, right? Like, this is the most, and this is being passed off as, and then they're spreading misinformation, which we're going to do in another video about. It starts at NBC, misinformation, and then it gets passed around by millions of or thousands of journalists, misinformation about this case. This is how propaganda works. And you have to come to a Jagoff YouTube show to get the truth. Isn't that amazing? It is to me. So thanks for your support. And if you subscribe, because YouTube's making it hard for people like us to get our videos out. They're unsubscribing people. So make sure when you subscribed and you click the bell next to it so you get a notice every time we release a video. And thank you very much for your support. Thanks for becoming a Patreon or buying a mug or a T-shirt. Thanks for your support. We'll see you at our next live show, November 20th in Hollywood at the Improv, and December 4th in Burbank, California.